everybody. This is Vaughn with Sweet Rocks Crystal Healing here, and this is episode 15 of my driving talk. So from my last one to this one, it's been quite the Christmas time to remember. Like my Christmas with my family, it was amazing. We had such a good time. We do this little gift exchange thing where our family, because it's quite large, so it's hard to get gifts for everybody, and it gets really expensive. So what we decided to do is that we put everyone's name into that. We all draw names, and then we all spend, a dollar limit plus a stocking for that one person. That way everyone's getting something. It's all, the fun and games or shopping, but it's specific to that one person. So the person I drew was my little twin brother, so the youngest one. I guess he's the youngest, I don't remember, but the youngest one in my family. And a year ago, he got back from his LDS mission, and he had a bracelet that that I had made for him as like a protection bracelet to help him in his journey. Because in Florida, where he was at, it was crazy, his story. So I made something to help protect him. Well, as he's wearing this bracelet on one of those days, him and his elders, when they were going out doing their tracting, knocking on doors, they had a dog come out and like try to attack him. And my brother, being just the warrior that he is, manhandled the situation. That them and their elders got away, without anyone getting hurt. Dog was fine. It all got resolved and disputed. But in the scuffle between him and the dog, his bracelet broke. But everyone was safe and protected as a result. And I think that the bracelet played its part in protecting him. But for the remainder of his mission, after it broke, he just kind of felt bad about it. It was like, I would like another one. So when I drew his name, he didn't give me a Christmas list, didn't give me his wish list, didn't give me any of that. He just said, I want another bracelet. Okay, well, as simple as his request is, I don't like just gifting people random stuff. So I'm like, I can do a beaded one that costs little to nothing. So, it's just like, okay, well, I'm just going to make something amazing for him. So I made this really amazing masculine cuff with both silver and copper that I posted in Step Into Your Power, which I got tons of videos of my Christmas creations coming that I'll launch on my YouTube. It's just the way my life's unfolded. It's crazy coming into my sovereignty. What's presented itself. I worked hard, I did all these things, and here I am in sovereign. So I'm enjoying my Christmas, right? Well, my brother, he absolutely loves his gifts. He hasn't taken it off since. He absolutely loves it. It's amazing. It's a cuff one, so it's not like mine where it's linked, but it's like a cuff, so it stays on your wrist and folds to it and stays put. But with the silver and the copper, it's pretty stiff, so it won't move. And I do want to do more of them. I think that they turned out pretty cool. But the time, though, that's where it's like, he got an amazing gift that was filled with so much love for me and his journey and what he's doing in this world, that it's like I would prize that at much more than $100 value, just with what he was getting. And that's why I love what I do, because I get to create something special for people, and I love doing it. But yeah, through my Christmas, it was great. We got to catch up with the family. We hung out the last few days. But this is my first week of really being sovereign, and what laid on me was that I was told that my daughter does not like being with me. I was told she hates coming to my house. I was told that my daughter is afraid of me. I was told that my daughter is in so much anxiety and stress being away from her mother that it's causing her emotional distress. I'm told, the story that goes was that I was also told from my daughter, based on what's being said in the home, that I'm a bad person. I was told that I ran away from my child. I was told I abandoned her. I was told that I'm a shitty dude. I'm a real low-life piece of shit evil person. That's really what it was coming down to. And now, those weren't my daughter's words exactly, but that was the gist of what was said. Okay, because again, we're dealing with a 4 and 5 year old, and that's what's so sad, is that my child is 5 years old, and given my circumstance, like, I had to move to Idaho because I got kicked out. I had nowhere to go. Didn't have a job. The housing market in Utah had boomed, so I couldn't find an apartment that allowed me to have a dog for less than $2,000 a month. Now, because of the COVID thing, I just didn't have money. Like, I had to start over as a chef. I had to start over in everything, and I had to rebuild myself. But through that experience of that pandemic, I relied on my fiance to work with me through the struggle so that we can get there. Well, I was betrayed. I put all my eggs in one basket, and I was betrayed by what she had done that made me have to leave. She literally told me I had to be out by the end of the week, and that gave me 3 days to find a place to live, to get a job, to come up with 2 months' rent. Let's see, I got a list of things that happened. And out of desperation, what I could do in that time frame was move in with my mom out in Arco, Idaho, because she had an extra bedroom that I could stay in until I got on my feet. And I did. I got on my feet. I did it. I accomplished it. And where I'm at now today was very hard work. But the main motivation that got me through those hardships, that trial, the grief, the guilt, the misery, the trauma that I was put through, it was my kids. My belief that my love for my kids will prevail. That reinforced my love for myself. That reinforced my love for my world, my family. It strengthened my relationship with my mother. It bonded and strengthened my relationship with my biological stepdad. Like, this experience strengthened my relationship with my oldest. She lives with me now full time, and she is growing into the most amazing and beautiful, wonderful woman. Like, she's incredible, super smart, and super kind and compassionate and loving. Seeing her interact with her friends, my oldest is just so beautiful. I absolutely love her. And all through my experience since I've been out here in Idaho, it has been a road of healing. And I've been working through so much in my life. And so for the last 2 years, we've had this pretty consistent routine of exchanging my daughter every 2 weeks. And it works out great for everybody. We get enough time with her in both homes. Eleanor gets plenty of time. We're not constantly having to travel. It allows us to get adjusted. It allows my daughter to get adjusted in between homes. Because let me tell you, when she comes over, we got our rounds, because she's transitioning from how things are in her mom's home to how things are in my home. And it's always a bit rough. I mean, that's just how it is. But it's never easy parenting in this manner. Like, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. For the sake of the children. Like, I understand the grief and the misery that my daughter is going through just by having to do these exchanges. And I know this because I experienced it with my oldest daughter, and I went through it, and we've been healing from all of that too. And it's just been an incredible journey for us to grow and learn to love ourselves and be compassionate and kind to ourselves. We've been on this amazing road of healing and recovery, and I've postured myself to the point that I can be sovereign and work for myself and do what I want to do and be my real authentic self, my inner child. I get to be that now. I just love my girls. I love them so much. But what's being said about me to my child in the home has led to me not being able to see my girl until it's established through the courts on paper what these agreements are. Now, I don't know about you, but the court systems are way behind on things, especially with this crazy IRS bullshit that's been happening, the government shutdown. So I don't know how long it's going to be until I get to see my child again. But when I got the news that she was not going to let me see my child again, that I'm not good for her, that I'm just a lowly piece of shit dude. And then on top of that, she put me on a no communication. She refused to respond to anything. Like, I'm trying to get in touch with my daughter. The agreement we had was I would get to split the Christmas with her because I adjusted my parental time to accommodate her scheduling needs, which was just kind of real shitty. But kind of what led to it is her mom felt entitled to having her the whole holiday, which I wouldn't have had a problem in the beginning had I not had to compromise a few weeks prior, to accommodate her needs. So I only felt that it was fair. Again, if we're co-parenting and we're working together, I don't like compromising my time. Like, I love having my girl with me, and we have such amazing times and fun memories. Like, she's just so cute and funny and just adorable, just the sweetest little thing. So she said, hey, I gotta adjust some things. I said, okay, that's fine, we can adjust. However, I would like to compensate for what I'm losing to adjust for your things. So, we made adjustments and we agreed on it. Well, Christmas happened, and I'm told I won't get to see my child again. So Merry Christmas to me. Kind of just the stab to the heart that I felt was painful. Most of my Christmas were sleepless nights because I'm thinking about how my child is being manipulated and being lied to, and no support on what I'm doing. Like, feeling my child be confused by what mom says versus what I say, by what her siblings say versus what I say. To hear my daughter say that if she tells her secrets, or she's 5 years old, but if she tells her secrets, that she'll be hurt. As a father protecting my children, it motivates you to want to do crazy things. But in my experience, my loving, my compassion, I'm forced to let her go. Because trying to fight to have her only makes me out to being the very person that they're telling her I am. So, what am I supposed to do? I have to take it. And it's hard. It's just hard to all of a sudden have this reality thrown on me that I don't get to see my child. I need to say goodbye. I've tried calling. I wanted to deliver her Christmas present, which I have right here. I made her this cute little charm bracelet here with rainbow obsidian, rainbow moonstone, and turquoise little protection charm. This is her little Christmas present because she's been begging me for a necklace, and I wanted to make one very special for her, so I made one, and I was unable to give it to her for Christmas. I'm grateful that I got to celebrate her 5th birthday, which was her birthday was the 21st. I got to celebrate on the 20th, so I'm grateful that I got to have at least one last good memory before this dark journey is going to begin. But what is demanded of me is that I do not get to see my child until the court system is done. And I don't feel that I deserve this. And I don't think that I've done really anything to merit this kind of act against me. I'm doing what I can as a father, a loving parent, literally sacrificing all my selfish things that I want, just so that I can provide for them. And we're working together to build the things that we all want together. My daughter's a part of this dream, this vision that I've put out. Bumpy road here. Apparently there's a big pothole from the snow. But we I don't know what to think of it. So I went through, so there's these rounds that people go through when dealing with grief. First of all, we have to accept it. And that's when, because I had to accept this is the reality of what I'm facing, it brought a lot of sadness, a lot of grief and misery and confusion, and I don't understand. I just don't understand how all of this came to be. But I just don't. And then I went through the anger mode. All this went so fast for me. But I went angry. I got so bitter. I drove my ass out to the local pond where my dad lives, and I was throwing rocks for like an hour and a half. So I'm just like, fuck this shit. Fuck it. Every rock was like, I hate. I'm throwing it away. And I felt good afterwards. Like, I got rid of all my anger by throwing rocks into the water. But the truth is, I don't hate any of this experience. I want peace, and I want compassion, and I want love. I believe that I'm a very reasonable and understanding guy, but I will not compromise things that take away from me and my children. I just won't compromise on that. But if I have to adjust slightly to accommodate and respect another person and what they're going through, great. I will offer a counter proposal. That way, what I'm compromising for is being adjusted for on their end. It's a two-way street. And I feel like that's a proper way to do it. And, I'm reasonable. I talk about things. But in my experience with my oldest, I learned through the courts, because I almost lost my child with her, that I needed to document all of my experiences. I had to journal it. I had to audio record it. If I could get recordings of their craziness, that helped. But, I just learned through the 3 custody battles I went through with my oldest how important it is to blog, journal, and document all of the experience, the good and the bad. Now, because of the way things went down with me and my ex, there was a part of me that said that it will come to, when it comes to my child, it'll come to a point where it's my word against hers. But I've been trying so hard to be peaceful and civil and just trying to communicate clearly and sticking to my word, holding myself accountable to what I say. And meaning what I say. I don't care what's going on in her life. I just don't care. If she has whatever emotion she's feeling towards me, fine, whatever. But don't do this to my child. This, right now in this time for children, they are such an impressionable mind that what they learn and see and experience right now shapes them for who they will become in the future. And then they'll have to relearn everything if it's all about chaos, because they'll have to learn about the love side. But we can learn about all this right now and not have, and learn to just grow in love, period. But it seems the way her script is that she gets to be challenged with her discernment, to know for herself who I am and what's being said about me. And it's so heavy to put that on a child. It's so heavy, which is why I have to step away. I have to. I don't want to. It kills me. I don't know when I'm going to see her again. I love my child. My family, we're all together. We had made Christmas plans, and that included my child, and none of us were allowed to experience it. I don't know when I'm going to see my child again, but we all got her Christmas stuff that she's not going to get. We all try, we all try. My family, my sisters, my brothers. Because she's so young, we all make her world just absolutely amazing and magical and full of joy and excitement. And to think that we're all such a crappy person that we're not doing that for her, we're destroying her life. It's just hard. So my message today with my drive-in talk, it's about accountability. And this is my warrior mode coming out right now. And it's backed with my love and my heart. This is what it means to be a light warrior. I'm putting through this. This quite literally is the dark night of the soul that I got put through when I went through this portal. I didn't know that's what was going to happen, but it's what happened. But what I'm building and bringing into this world to help heal the world, this is my dark night test, my dark soul test. How steadfast and chaste and true I am to what I say. The power that I have with my kindness and my love, speaking my truth, protecting me. Because it seems and it appears right now that everything is going to go against me, which means I, as a warrior, have to protect myself. How am I going to do this? I'm going to keep my focus on my love for my child. That fire within, that fatherly love, is what's going to power me through all of this. I'm going to build the world that I set out to do. I'm going to create this dream. I'm doing it now. I'm not going to waver on this because I am resilient and I am powerful. In the scope of the cosmos, where we're infinite beings, this is nothing. This, as far as time, this is nothing. Might be a little weird seeing my child a lot older and totally not the same girl, not the same person because of what she's being exposed to, but in that home, there are two felons in the home. And all of this will come to light. All of this truth will come out. And my love will prevail. And it hurts that my child is put in between all of this mess. It hurts that my child has become the weapon to get back at me for something I don't even know. I don't even know what. It's been years. It's been years. Why now? Why now? So my message is about accountability. If you've got your shadows, and you've got your traumas, and you've got your past that is hovering over you and making you feel so shitty and so low, it's time to let those go. It's time to let it go. It's time to heal it. It's time to become something more than you've ever been. It's time to step into your powers. It's time to become the divine soul and the divine being that you are. We are powerful beings, and together through our love for one another, the kindness, the compassion, we are powerful. Together, we are one. So, I hope this message makes it out to all your dads out there in my same boat. There is hope. Stick to it, man. Stick to your love for your children. It's about them. Be steadfast in controlling your emotions, but use that emotion that you have to repress to channel what you have to do to be a part of your child's life. Because no child should ever be deprived of a good, loving father. No child should ever be deprived of being around their loving mother. No child should ever be deprived of this. So I commend you, anyone that's going through this journey like me, I commend you, and I support you, I love you. Together we will do it. But work on those shadows. Hold yourself accountable for what you have created. Your anxiety, that's on you. Your stress, that's on you. Your depression, that's on you. Not anyone else. On you. You got guilt, you got trigger with people around you, you need to work on you. Because they're not the one triggering you. You're seeing a piece of you coming out in them, like a mirror. Be accountable for your actions. It's unfortunately, in my situation, she does not see the ripple that has been created by her being so selfish about whatever it is she is and keeping my child from me. And it will be remembered. So I hope that through my journey and my persistence with love and being kind and compassionate about this, I hope that we don't have to deal with the dirty knit and grit of bringing up all the past. I don't want to bring forth what I've been documenting and recording. I don't want to bring forth the things that would make someone look terrible. I don't want to do that. But to protect me, protect what I stand for, my love for my child, I had to be smart. If we're going to play this game of dark and evil, well, sometimes the light warrior has to go into the darkness, and sometimes we have to shine our light brightest. And it's scary. But right now, I'm not even scared of what's to come. I'm more upset that my child now has to deal with this when I would rather just civilly just resolve this. If we have to have a mediator to overcome differences, so be it. I'd rather do that. Remember when I was with this person, I wanted to see a mediator. I wanted to see counseling. I wanted to see therapy. She refused. She says she doesn't need it. She says she didn't want it. She says she says that I needed it only. But when we were together, I wanted to get help. I wanted to have someone to mediate our differences. Because me just talking about it, I never got anywhere. It would just trigger emotions, and then it would resolve in a yelling match where she's got yelling at the top of her lungs, the veins bulging out of her forehead. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? I'm telling you a problem that I have with you. And I'm trying to discuss it, But this is how she likes to play, apparently. Fine. But I love my child, and I'm going to do it. Like, I love this. So whatever it takes, I'm going to be able to hold my daughter again. I'm going to be able to hold her in my arms. She will be a part of my life. And love will prevail. God is love. And love always wins. Love always wins. You can beat me. You can smash me down. You can break my arms. You can throw rocks at me. I will still stand strong and true to who I am. And that is a loving, kind soul. Bring it. I am that warrior. I am a light warrior. A rainbow warrior in a sense. It's really unfortunate, but my warrior mode is out. I'm getting my attorneyed up. I'm getting things set up. Because of the way the courts like to work for custody, I unfortunately have to find another job. Instead of focusing just solely on my business, because they want something that's they need something that's consistent rather than me trying, the gamble of I might do well, I might do so good, I might do well, they want something that's consistent in the courts. And I have to prove that, so looking for a job. But my focus is to find something in the realms of health and wellness that kind of fits my needs a little better, so that I can still do, my focus of crystal healing. So I'm going to track that. Whatever I got to do so that I can have my child back, I got to do it. I don't want to. I don't want to backpedal. I don't like going backwards. But I also didn't see any of this reality coming out in my world. I trusted her enough to respect that I just want the 2 weeks, and that's that. I expected, to have respect, to be able to communicate clearly. I expected, that we could be civil. But when I'm presented with emotions and it's one-sided and it takes from me, I'm going to be resistant. But you come at me with a solution, say, hey, I got this problem, here's my solution. Okay, that's something I can work with. And I'm not going to be so resistant. But when it's one-sided, when it's biased, when it takes from me and benefits another, I'm very resistant to that. And I recognize it. My discernment is so acute now. As the empath that I am, and as a clairvoyant as I am, I know what her intentions are. She planned this. She meticulously planned it. She had no intentions of complaining. She actually had planned it to be on that birthday, her 5th birthday, I wouldn't be a part of my child's life. She planned this. The way that all of this coordinated, it couldn't have been more perfect. and even her choice words, it's very interesting. She's using big legal words, which she never does. So she's been doing research to try to get me out of my daughter's life. But I think a lot of it's because she's triggered by me. She's triggered by just who I am. Maybe she just sees who I am when we first met. And maybe she's ashamed that I changed because of her relationship with her. Okay, maybe so. I don't really care. She's got to work on it. Be accountable to that. Work on your shit. Work on your shadows. Work on those traumas, because if you don't, well, I'm telling you right now, it affects others in such a negative way. And it's very destructive. So go out there. Really get real with yourself. You want real happiness and joy and amazingness in your life, you have to work on your shadows. I've been talking about it all through my YouTube, about my journey of working through my shadows. Sure, I'm not the greatest, wasn't the greatest person before. I had my issues, I had my mistakes, I had my flaws. Still do. I mean, we're only fucking human. But the thing is I'm constantly learning and growing. That's the difference. When I realized that I was in the wrong, when I realized I could have handled the situation better, I work on where I fell short. I face that reality. Oh man, yeah, you're right. You know, my emotions got the best of me. And I've been learning how to respond rather than react. So, how all this unfolded, I was being very calm and I responded. I stood up for myself. I defended myself. Sure. Because she was telling me that I wasn't going to be able to see my child. You know? A father's duty is to provide for his family. Provide for his children. And I'm being stripped of that. That's not right. That's evil. That's dark. And it affects way more than just me. Sure, I have feelings about it. I'm emotional. You see me cry. But I don't react upon that. Very clearly, I stand up for myself with love and grace. And it brings a trigger. Whatever. Work on your shit. That's what you gotta do. So, we're almost home. I'm so grateful to finally make it back to Pokey. This week, staying at my dad's house is hard enough as it is because of all the energy that moves through that house. I love my family, but everybody's so intense, everyone being first player characters. So it's like, I like my serene, tranquil, quiet, peaceful abode. Like, that's my thing, and my family is always coming and going. So much, it's just activity after activity. It's just how my whole family is, and I love them for it. It's amazing. We keep this world exciting, I tell you what. But my whole family, we're all first player characters, and it's amazing how we're aligned, and we see it in our own ways, but we all love ourselves, we all work on ourselves, and we all have each other's backs. When all this went down, this is what bonded my relationship again with my family, is they all came together and said, we support you, we got you. So, we're going to do this. We're going to do the court thing, as expensive as it may be, we're going to freaking do it. I don't really care, because it's about my child. It's about, I got a new phone case, so my stand doesn't work very well because my other one broke. It's one of those POG ones that pop out, whatever. I need pop sockets, that's the one. My pop socket does not stand up very well. But the roads are also pretty bumpy and windy. But we're almost home, and I'm so excited to get into my own bed, get into my own couch, get an incense going to cleanse myself. I'm definitely going to be saging myself when I get home, because I'm not bringing any of my negative shit into my home. No way. I'm going to fix that right when I walk in the door. Because I'm just like, I value my peace. I value my love. I value who I am as a person. I value where I've been, and I value my journey. I value all of it. I know who I am, and I know how powerful I am. And I'm not out to get anybody. That's the biggest thing, is it can feel like an attack when someone's telling their truth about a situation. when you haven't resolved your end of what's triggering you. It's very easy to feel like you're being attacked when the truth comes out when you haven't resolved your shit. So that's where I think this is all coming from. She feels attacked, but I'm speaking my truth. And I have no shame in speaking my truth. I know what happened in my life, and that's that. I know what I've known. I know what I've learned. I know where I've been. And that's what I speak. It's just that. I don't mean harm. I don't want to cause people misery. I want to build them up. I want to support them. Hell, I would love to build up my ex. If she'd listen. You know, I would love to help her. But she just doesn't see reason without emotion. And that's really hard to work with somebody that is one-sided. So, I love you guys. We're coming into the new year. So make sure you're setting your goals and affirmations. Clearly, I've had to reinforce what my goals are. And that is to get into my homestead. That is to get into my house. That is to get my garden going. That is to get my crystal business, like, flourishing. That's to get my jewelry, like, non-stop creation. Like, all of this is what I'm going for, and that's what I'm working towards this year. That's what we're going to create in my reality, and my children will be a part of it. I am building something that they will inherit when I'm done. That's what I'm doing. And it's going to be fun. We're going to have so much fun with it. Because in my family, we are all creators, and we are all loving, and we are all kind and compassionate, and we all have the capacity to forgive. So I love you guys. My message, again, is about accountability. But I had to share my story of how I'm holding myself accountable to what's happened. And it's an update to you guys. You're following. I'm taking you along in my journey. And this is me coming into my dark night of the soul again. But I think this is really the testament of who I have become. And this is where me, as the light warrior that I am, gets to shine brightest. Like in my boxing, the hard work was the training. The glory was the day that you got to fight. So the glory for me will be the day that I get to have my child again. That's what I'm fighting for. My love will prevail, and that will be my primary motivation. My root foundational energy to achieve success is to have my child back. I don't like having to prove that I'm worthy of my children. But if this is what it's going to take, I will do it again. And I'll do it as many times as I have to. Because my children are worth it to me. I don't care. This is called being a parent. This is called sacrificing for them. Even if it eats at you, you do it. Because they are worth it. Always. So I love you guys. Much love, peace, and kindness. If you haven't done it already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and stay tuned because we're going to be talking about my dark road. You know, it's and how you can find peace and light in it, how you can find your zen in the fires around you, how you can emerge from the ashes, forged as a golden phoenix. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. And I cannot wait to hold my little one again. Oh man, her love is so powerful. I love her. But y'all, I made it back to Pocatello safe. We finally got some snow, by the way. I mean, it's enough to cover the soil, not the grass, but finally got some snow. So happy to see this. And we got sunlight finally. Fuck, 2 weeks of gloomy clouds has been real heavy. And then, oh man, but today we got a sunlit drive home. It was amazing. And the colors are so much more vibrant now. It's beautiful. So have a wonderful day, guys. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. And thank you, everyone in Step Into Your Power community, for your prayers. Because without your prayers, I don't think I could have rebounded as quickly as possible. Some of the prayers that were said were very, very powerful, and they hit home for me. And everyone that supported me through that, thank you so much. I literally give you my blessings and prayers. It's amazing. And thank you for all your support. My family, if you listen to this, thank you for your support. I love you guys so very much. I'm surrounded by so many loving people, and I'm grateful to be right here, right now. But I love you guys. So thank you so much. Get on to Step Into Your Power. We'll talk to you later. Bye.